My beloved brothers and sisters in Christ, today I speak not as a politician, nor as an American, but as a shepherd entrusted with guiding the flock of 1.4 billion Catholics across the world. And yet, I cannot deny who I am. I was born in Chicago, raised in the American spirit, and shaped by years serving in distant lands, among the poor and forgotten. That perspective has formed me deeply. When I stand here before you in St. Peter's Square, I do not speak only to Rome, but to the entire world. And today, the world is listening because my words have touched upon one of the most polarizing figures of our age, Donald Trump. Some of you may wonder, why speak at all? Why risk division? I was elected Pope not to hide from difficult truths, but to illuminate them in the light of the gospel. And so, when I reflect upon President Trump, I do not speak to judge his soul that belongs to God alone. Instead, I speak to examine leadership itself, for leadership carries moral weight. In America and across the globe, policies about immigration, trade, and sovereignty affect millions of lives. For some, President Trump has become a symbol of strength. For others, he embodies division. But as Pope, my concern is neither party nor nation, it is the human heart. And whether we choose love over fear, unity over exclusion. On the 23rd of August, 2025, I delivered a sermon here in St. Peter's Square. I spoke of the Christian call to love thy neighbor. I reminded the faithful that we are commanded not to build walls of exclusion, but bridges of fraternity. I never uttered the name of Donald Trump in my homily, yet the world heard it between my words. Some claimed I denounced him as diabolical. That is false. I did not come to condemn a man. I came to warn against a mindset, the temptation to divide, to classify, to reduce human beings into categories of us versus them. Christ himself was rejected by such thinking. My message was simple. Leaders are called not to sow fear, but to inspire hope. When a leader governs by division, he diminishes the dignity of those who follow. When a leader governs by love, he uplifts both nation and neighbor. This was the heart of my sermon. The reaction was swift. Some of my American brothers and sisters, especially those aligned with President Trump, accused me of being anti-American, of meddling in politics. They pointed to my past, when as a cardinal I questioned harsh immigration policies. Others, however, rejoiced, saying the Church had again found her voice for the voiceless. Across Europe, I was called a voice of unity. In Latin America, my words were seen as a defense of the migrant and the refugee. Yet in parts of Africa and Asia, some asked why the Pope should speak at all about a foreign president. My children, the Church cannot remain silent when human dignity is at stake. Whether in the favelas of Peru, the villages of Somalia, or the borders of America, the gospel demands we ask, are we loving our neighbor or are we excluding him? Why does this matter? Because leadership today is global and words ripple across continents. I am the first Pope born in America. That reality places upon me a unique responsibility. When I speak about America, I do not speak as a partisan, but as a son of that soil who has seen both its greatness and its wounds. My predecessor, Pope Francis, once called border walls unchristian. I, too, echo his concern, but with the gentleness of one who seeks dialogue, not confrontation. Still, I must remind the faithful, Christ did not come to divide peoples into nations first, but to unite all into one family under God. I know my sermon was twisted by falsehoods. Some videos even put words in my mouth that I never spoke. My brothers and sisters, beware of this. Lies can spread faster than truth. And in a digital age, even a homily can be corrupted. But I will not retreat, for as I have said before, social media can spread the gospel or it can spread poison. We must choose carefully which we allow into our hearts. My beloved, my words were never about one man, they were about all of us. Will we build walls or will we build bridges? Will we choose division or unity? Donald Trump is but one leader among many, but the question he poses to the world is eternal. How do we love our neighbor when fear tempts us to turn away? I call you, my children, to reflect not on Trump nor on me, but on Christ, who broke down every wall and made us one family. Let us walk in his light together.